began as an idea of saying, you know, there's one more student and we have one more day to move them one more step. And so for me, it's more than a youth group, it's more than a night. It's an idea that I think these kids will take with them for the rest of their lives.
I remember one time I was at this church camp and there was these group of college students just like the ones around me. And not once did they try and help me. They looked at me with such disgust and such anger and such disappointment. You know, why would a child of God would have done that? And the people here, the leaders here at One More Youth, helped me to overcome that.
My experience at One More Youth has been the best experience ever. I have made the best friends that I've met through OMY. I have the best leaders. It's just really welcomed me into God's community the best way possible.
When I came into the doors through church that night, I was struggling with something really heavy on my shoulders. And everyone that I would talk to about it was like pushing it aside and like thought like it wasn't like such a big deal. We were up here worshiping and Pastor Micah came up and said, if anybody needs any prayer, if you've had a very hard week and you're just like really struggling. When he said that, I like raised my hands and I was like, yes, that's me. When he was praying, he was like, I want everybody that's lifting their hands up to like leave here with peace about it and everything. I felt so at peace about it and I felt like it wasn't such a big problem, and I felt like God was going to deal with that and that it's in His hands and He knows what's best for me.
When I first started coming here, I was 12, and I was kind of hiding in my older sister's shadow. You know, she was my big sister with all the friends, and I was just there kind of tagging along. But eventually, like, people were very welcoming, and I started making my own friends. The people that I've met here have been wonderful. The pastor's been great, and I've had a lot of opportunities through this church and through this youth group. Overall, it's been wonderful.
In the beginning, it was very small, I don't know, like 8 people maybe on a good night. And as it kept growing, I just felt like it was becoming a lot more powerful. I feel like it's a really good place to be, and it's very strong and powerful, and everyone's so connected. It really is a family that we've made here.
I used to sit all the way in the back row and put on like headphones or put a hoodie on so people didn't know, or I would block the world out and then just watch my dad preach and pretend like I'm paying attention. And then they started social grouping here. So when I paid attention, I was able to preach and talk to people and pour all of my knowledge from here to the outside world, to people who are just coming into One More Youth. So that's helped personalize my experience here. The leaders and student leaders and every student that's been here has helped develop this platform that they've set for us for as long as One More Youth is, so I want to help carry that on.
I get to see God in a very raw way because the students, they will either have a wall up or they'll let everything down, but you get to be there in that moment that when they do have walls up, God softens their heart and that wall comes down. And being at One More Youth means that I get to be involved in those moments with them, and that means the world to me.
My first impressions were these kids are very passionate about God, and I did not know how I felt about that because I didn't know how to be passionate. However, as I started coming to One More Youth more, just because I felt like I am welcomed here and I felt like it was home, it's family. Because of the feelings of family I've experienced here, it's grown my faith. Once you come to One More Youth, it means something. It means passion. People here have passion, and I know everywhere else there's passion, but here, the passion here at One More Youth is something unique, and it's special. It's special to us as a family.
One More Youth, to me, means home.
In simple terms, it means family.
Genuine faith. I mean, you listen to some of the people talk here about Jesus and you know that this person knows Jesus.
It's just an amazing place with so much experience and uniqueness and so many people with talents coming in, and they want to socialize with you. They want to be as involved as I am.
I'm more blessed than I feel maybe they are at times because I do have a lot of them. You know, I'm not just a pastor, I'm a friend and part of a family. And that for me is special.